Hello lovies, welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm Gina, aka Gina Louise, as I say in all my videos. Okay, so I have decided that I'm going to upcycle my entire wardrobe of all the pieces I do not wear, or pieces that maybe I wear once in a while, and I'm going to upcycle them to something that I'm going to wear all summer. And as you can see, I already started. So I'm going to start with this top that I call my Barbie top. I thrifted this top for a couple of dollars when the Barbie movie came out. I thought it would be a cool Barbie top, but it's kind of boring and plain, and I thought that I could upcycle it with some lace and trims and make it look really cute. So I gathered up my lace that I have in my stash, and I always make appliques from Pretty Roses and stuff, which you could find on my Etsy shop if you're interested in purchasing some of those appliques. So that's what I did. Here I am just laying a piece of lace on it. I am just trying to visualize how I want this to look. And I just wanted to cover up some of this magenta or hot pink, whatever you like to call it. I do love this color. It was always my favorite color when I was a kid. Now I'm more into the lighter pastel pinks and aquas, mint green, turquoise. So anyway, laying this, figuring out how I want it to look, and I'm going to cut the piece to the edge of the top where the seam is. This video I am using my sewing machine. I know I do a lot of projects where there's no sew and you can use Fabri-Fix glue. You can use that as well on here if you do not sew or you do not feel like sewing. So just enjoy the process as I cut up pieces of lace and lay them around to, I don't know, whatever looks good to my eye. Here I was just placing my acrylic ruler between the two layers. You can place anything in between, piece of cardboard, whatever you have. I just want to make sure that I don't pin the two layers together because that happens all the time. Here I am just looking for a piece of lace that will work as a pocket. I want to create a pocket on the lighter pink side where I could just do a flap down top, sew it. I'm going to sew it around here, the three sides here, and then I'm going to fold over the flap of the roses, and I want it to stay like that. Then I will tack the corners of the little flap to keep the pocket from drooping. Now I'm just sliding the acrylic ruler over to the lighter pink side so I could pin the pocket in place. Now I am taking all my pretty little crochet and lace pieces and I'm just laying them around. I took little pieces of fabric as well to make little patches, and I'm just placing them here and there until I like the way it looks. I'm putting a little piece of vintage crochet on the other breast pocket. I want to just give it a little more of a shabby chic look. And I'm just adding some pretty trims now. And as you can see on the sleeve, I save little sleeves from tops that I cut up. And I'm going to add these pretty little pink pieces that I cut off of another top, and I cut the sleeves off, and I'm going to add them to the sleeves on this because the little rolled sleeve looks too businesslike for me, and I just want it to have a very feminine, pretty, shabby chic look. I'm pinning the sleeve in place like I did with the other side, and when I take this over to my sewing machine to zigzag stitch all those little appliques on, I'm going to do the same thing with the sleeve. And it's no special way that I do this. I just pin it on. I'm gonna just zigzag stitch it. I just want it to be flouncy and bouncy and feminine looking, and later I will actually put some trim to cover where I stitched it so it looks a little more professional and neater. Now I'm just cutting some patches from that fabric that is from the same top that the little sleeves came from. I think it's such a pretty fabric. The top was not pretty. It did not look good on. The fabric was so pretty though. It's like a pale pink, and it has these little, I don't know what you call them, like little pom-poms here and there on it. Puffy little pieces of fabric that are frayed, which I thought was so pretty. So I thought it'd be nice to make some little patches out of it. So here's the process, just putting things on in different places, whatever looks pleasing to my eye. And then I'm going to bring it over to my sewing machine and zigzag all the pieces on. Don't forget to make sure that you have something between the two layers. So it's easy to forget when you're going back and forth pinning stuff on. I mean, I'm sure it's best to have a big piece of cardboard or something that covers both sides, but I was just using the ruler and I was moving it back and forth. So here is my final design with placement. At least that's what I thought. I changed it up a little bit. And now I'm going to just take this over to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew it with a zigzag stitch, and this is the settings I used. To give my sleeves a finished look, I'm taking this hot pink leaf trim that I have, and I am just using my Fabri-Fix glue, and I am gluing it right on the seam to cover up any frays or anything that just, I don't know, that looks a little wonky. And you won't be able to tell. So I am patiently gluing each and every one of these tiny little leaves, and I am pressing it, and I'm going all the way around the sleeve. And I use my wax paper, as I always say in all my videos when I use Fabri-Tac Fix or Fabri-Tac. Well, it's called Fabri-Fix or Fabri-Tac, but one is good for fabric, the other one is good for fabric and all trims, including metals, but I use either one. They just work great. So yes, I am patiently gluing each and every leaf around, taking my wax paper, and I will press it down with the wax paper because it won't stick to the wax. And if it does stick to the wax, it's very easy to peel it apart. I finished that sleeve and it looks really cute. I love the way it came out, but of course I am not going to use the same trim on the other sleeve. I am going to use my daisies that I put on a lot of my stuff from my spring and summer line. I can't have them both look the same. It wouldn't be that unique. This is the part where I ask you, if you're enjoying this video, to please hit the like button, and please leave me a comment below and let me know if this is something you would enjoy doing. Are you going to try this project? And if you'd like to see more of these videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. Here's a close-up of the sleeves. I think they came out so cute. I just love them. And this is what I have so far. And I'm going to add a little bit more to the front, and then I'm going to do the back. So I decided to add these adorable flowers that I have used on several of my designs. And I just cut the little plastic backing and I glue them with Fabri-Tac glue, and they hold up great in the washing machine. I'm just adding one to each pocket to resemble a floral button and a random one at the bottom. Make sure when you do this that you put wax paper between them, because the glue is going to seep through and you will glue your pocket closed. And on one of them, the wax paper did stick because it's lace, and a lot of the glue obviously is going to seep through, but it peels off so easy. So I highly recommend using wax paper when you're using the Fabri-Tac glue. I just added whatever I had laying around my workspace to add a little weight to it. Like I just used my painter's tape on this, and I placed some scissors on the other ones just for a couple of minutes, just to press it down. Okay, on to the back. I am just taking some of the homemade iron-on patches that I have in my stash, and I'm going to iron them on. I'm not going to put a lot of stuff on the back like I did on the front, only because the more you add, it's going to make it very heavy. It's going to be a heavy garment, and I really want to wear this for the summer. I don't want it to be that heavy. So I have this beautiful flower. I'm putting this on. I'm going to use this little lace one, and I have the rose patch that I made. Although I'm going to iron them, I'm also going to take it to my sewing machine, and to just secure it, I'm going to use my zigzag stitch and zigzag them all. Especially because I didn't really want to use glue on the lace flower. I just wanted to sew it on. And here are the final results. Thanks for watching.